guys, welcome to Beware the Awakening. Take a herb sandwich featuring new Arven's Mabosstiff EX with a vigorous tackle attack, hitting 150 damage if you have full HP on this Pokemon. We got our Leafeon EX to recover to max HP, including Arven Sandwich to heal 100 damage from your active Pokemon if it is an Arven's Pokemon. We got our Mabosstiff hitting 230 damage for 1 Fire, 1 Grass, and 1 Water on our Leafeon EX. Healing 100 damage from each of our bench Pokemon. We're playing that attack with our Slowbro to pull out to basically move any damage counters from our other Pokemon from our active Mabosstiff EX. After tanking with it, we get to move damage counters from that Pokemon onto our bench Slowbro. If you have 2 copies, you get to move up to 180, 18 damage counters before doing Mabosstiff to recover up to 300 damage on not just our Mabosstiff on our bench after switching, but also on both the Slowbros after evolving 2 copies. So all we need to do is evolve fast and hit with that 1 energy attacker, tanking with our Hero's Cape or that Rigid Band on our stage 1 EX. And then we can start healing while collecting the knockout with our Leafeon. So we got our Mabosstiff in play along with 2 Slowpokes. We're up against Okidogi. An interesting matchup. We have an energy already attached to our bench Mabosstiff, and Mabosstiff only requires 1 colorless to attack, hitting 150 damage if it has no damage counters on it. So we just gotta switch on the next turn and start smashing with our Mabosstiff, hopefully getting the evolution. We got 3 Ultra Ball and 1 Jacq to search for evolution. I'm thinking maybe we might need a Great Ball or something, Drayton, to evolve faster, because sometimes we didn't get the right evolutions out. Maybe a 4th Ultra Ball, I don't know. This game is a bit annoying because we used to have Cherish Ball for G-Axis, and now we got Terra Orb for Stellars, for Terras. Why isn't there like a ball to search for EX or a ball to search for like high HP Pokemons? Like, they should bring back another ball at least, a heavy ball or something. The thing that we are left with right now is Dusk Ball and Love Ball, and nobody uses those cards. Like, come on. Why is this game so terrible? We used to have so many cards. We used to have Familiar Bell, do you guys remember that? Now we got A-Spec, Hyper Aroma, Master Ball. Like, if you need like Hero's Cape, if you need your other A-Specs, Neo Upper, Secret Box, Unfair Stamp, there's so many to choose from. I mean, the fact that you had to narrow down and, you know, if you have it prized as well, like if you got that 1 Hyper Aroma prized, and if you had to sacrifice the Unfair Stamp or sacrifice your Secret Box just to have that prized, you would have to include the redeemable ticket into the list, which is another card that doesn't help you search for your Pokemons. I mean, are we just left with Great Ball at this point? Great Ball, Dusk Ball. I'm very disappointed with the current meta, honestly, the current standard. We used to have Capturing Aroma, now we got Mesagoza. I'm honestly at a loss because there isn't enough basic abilities to help you, you know, draw cards or search for certain things that you need at the moment. We used to have Eldegoss, which is still a stage 1, but at least it helps you search for your energies. Now we got Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao only helps you search for basic water. It is a basic though, it is an EX ability, but it only works in the active as well. And then we got the Baby Tatsugiri that helps you search the top 7 cards of your deck for any support and put it into your hand. But then, what is the point of that? Just because, you know, if you play the supporter card, what if you need something else? Supporter cards right now are not great. Like, the current situation is Iono or nothing, right? Iono, Kofu, drawing 4 cards is not enough, by the way. Kofu, Rika, all of those cards that look at the top 4 is not enough. If you play Explorer's Guidance, you discard cards from your deck and you're forced to factor in, you're forced to include a lot more Night Stretcher, Super Rod, Sacred Ash, Energy Recycler, or Paw Pad, stuff like that, which is going to make your deck a lot more bulkier, and that actually reduces the space necessary for you to create creative, out of the ordinary combos. Like, those are the things that makes this game worth playing, and those are the things that is restricted. I just want to make it clear that those effects and fun combos that I really want to try out is banned just because we don't have the right supports, you know, and it's really frustrating. I just want to express that. And I'm very sure I'm not the only one. I'm very sure other YouTubers feel the same way. Other deck builders feel the same way. For standard format, there's nothing much we can do right now. I mean, there's always some fun, cool rogue deck round the corner, and you know, smart asses in tournaments coming out with crazy combos, but it's really few and far between. It's super rare to see some like out of the ordinary, like really wild combos, because it's just not allowed. It's flat out denied. Anyways, let's just return to the game. I'm gonna get screwed over if I complain too much, so yeah. We got our Chewtle in the active, and that thing can evolve into the only Drednaw in format, which is pretty cool. It has the Impervious Shell ability that prevents all damage done to this Pokemon if it is 200 or more. So if your opponent plays like a Dragapult, a Metagross, anything that hits 200 damage or more, it gets completely nullified. Can you imagine that? So definitely a fun card to play with your Luxcape. Yeah, and Slowbro as well. If they hit less than 200 damage, you get to move those damage counters and heal with your Leafeon later on in the game, or even your Arven Sandwich. But Slowbro can't really heal itself though. It has the Bubble Drain attack, but we don't really want to be using its attack. We do have Crispin, and it can still heal 30 damage from itself with Bubble Drain, but I don't think it's, you know, I don't think it's worth it. Because you're passing one turn doing only 60 damage for 2 energies, might as well charge up your Leafeon, hitting 230 with Moss Agate, and recovering way more damage. So we got our Crispin in our hand. We're gonna play it for our Chewtle. Wait, I think we're gonna charge up something else. I think we're gonna charge up the Eevee here, and prepare for Moss Agate. Or we can even do Verdant Storm, hitting 180 damage if they have 3 energies attached in play to all of their Pokemons. Verdant Storm only requires 1 Grass and 1 Colorless. So be careful with your Eevee boxes, because there was one game, I don't think I showed it in one of my videos, pretty sure I cut it out, because I missed a knockout because I played the Glaceon. It has the Frost Storm, I don't remember the attack's name, but it does 110 damage plus 30 base Night on one of your opponent's bench for 1 water and 1 colorless. And I did Crispin attaching the wrong energies. Like I think I had a darkness energy in my hand, and then I searched for 1 grass and 1 water with my Crispin and attached the grass using the supporters effect. And then from my hand I attached a darkness energy, would you believe it? And I couldn't use the Frost Bullet attack just because it doesn't have a water energy attached. So I know that's completely my fault. I think I was a bit tired, I was a bit distracted or something. Like, it was kind of stupid, because you know, Stellar is pretty specific. You need all the right energies, and if you're planning on using the second attack though, you know, you wouldn't be making any mistakes. But if you're using the first one is the tricky one, right? Obviously, if you're playing Glaceon, definitely attach the water energy first with your Crispin. If you're playing like the Flareon, attach the fire energy. I mean, don't be stupid like me. Attach something else and then do the wrong move with the energy from your hand. You never know what's the right thing though, because sometimes you need if you can play like Ho-Oh's ability to attach fire from your hand, it's better to put the fire into your hand and then attach something else. You know, there are a lot of different plays obviously, but yeah, just be careful is what I'm trying to say. Don't do stupid things. So we got our Slowbro, and we actually moved the damage counters away from the Drednaw, because they did Venture Bomb to place damage counter on. And if we have damage counters on the Drednaw, they can copy our attack. I don't remember the attack's name, but it does 80 more if your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on them, and we don't now, so so they're only doing 80 base. But here comes the boss though, and they're actually targeting our Slowbro, but now they're copying an entirely different attack. They're copying Bubble Drain, which does only 60 damage for 2 energies, and that means Slowbro gets to stay alive. And thanks to the meddling memo, now we got the Mabosstiff, and we got our switch condition as well. So I think that's a wrap if they don't get their basic. Mabosstiff is actually a dark type, so 150 times 2 on the Mew's weakness would be enough, but we actually did Leafeon. We are attacking with Leafeon right now, just because we can, and we're doing the recovery on our Slowbro, because we have enough energies on it as well. I know that we can do Verdant Storm for the knockout, but might as well just play on the heal effect while we can. Go Leafeon, I choose you! Stellar, Mega, Terrestrial, Amazing, Superstar. But yeah, I think I'll just leave you guys to focus on the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We will see you next time. Have a great one. Please like, share, and subscribe if you really like this combo. And leave some comments down below on what other balls you would like to see in the current format. Like Luxury or Safari ball would be pretty cool. So I'll leave you guys to it. Have a great day and bye everyone!